In CourageD, we have a health check report that will help you find missing items on an appointment, to check the overall health and create like a check and balance for appointments in your office. To get to the health check report, you're going to log into your live location, go to reporting, simple reporting, health check. Again, under this report, it's kind of like a check and balance system. We have a number of reports under this tab, but it's just a quick way to check overall health of certain items in your office. I recommend that your office creates a workflow where you run the health check reports every day, or at the end of every shift, or at the end of every week. You want to stay on top of these items as they affect your billing, they affect your collections, they affect the overall health of your office. So again, I recommend that you create that workflow so that these are being checked regularly, because staying on top of them is easy, but catching up can be difficult if your office is not using this check and balance system. When I click on health check, you can see by default the date picker just goes to today. You can set your own custom start and end date, or you can use these date pickers to quickly select the date for you. You can see when I select month, it changed the start and end date on the date picker and on my health check report. Here's my health check dashboard. At the moment, we're just viewing the dashboard. To initiate or run the health check dashboard, I need to select my date and then click check all, or I can click run on the individual report that I want to run. I recommend that you always click check all so that you're running the health check on all of these reports. So if I click check all, you can see the reports where no items were found, and then I can see the reports where items were found. If I click on the card itself, a drop-down menu will appear where it will show the items that were flagged. So again, I can click run on the individual reports, or I can click check all. That initiates the health check of your office. Again, by default, if I'm just opening a date and opening the dashboard, it hasn't done anything yet. We have to initiate the action by clicking check all or run. Under the health check report, you'll also see Fortis split payment issues report. To run the health check, I can click check all, which will run the health check for all reports, or I could run the health check just for this individual report. I'm going to hit check all so that it runs it for this entire month. There were no flagged items for this report. This one would be a little bit hard for me to set up a demo for you, because this is finding those one-off times where there's a split payment in Fortis, meaning the bulk transaction is ran under one patient, but they do a transfer of money to other patient accounts. For example, like you run a $200 payment on the mother's card, on the mother's account in Fortis, and you want to transfer $50 of that payment to a couple of her children's account. Fortis has a feature called a split payment, where you can set up the split payment at the time that you're running the payment. You can also achieve this in CourageD by doing transfers, but if you're using the Fortis split payment feature, there can be a chance that there's an issue with the communication between the two systems. But if you're using the split payment feature with Fortis, there can be a situation where there's a miscommunication between Fortis and us. And one of those split off payments, one of those transfers, may not show on the patient's ledger. We are going to simply flag for you those times, and so you can correct anyone that's flagged from this screen. What it will do is it will flag the patient. You can go into that patient's ledger to correct a miscommunication on a split payment issue. All you have to do is there'll be a gray button that says sync with Fortis. I don't have it here in my test office, but you will have it in your live location. There'll be a drop down arrow, and you'll select that drop down arrow next to sync with Fortis and select the word that says all. I'm not able to show you my test office because I can't have Fortis connected, but you would have a sync Fortis contact, a drop down arrow, and you're going to select all. What that will do is force a sync for all the patient's payments. And then you're going to click on this green refresh button, and you're going to do that on every patient that was involved in the split payment. So let's say the payment was ran on the mother's account and she ran a split payment to child 1 and child 2. I would sync all and refresh on the mother's ledger, on child 1's ledger, and child's 2 ledger. Once I have done that, I go back to my health check. I'm going to have to click recheck so that it scans those flagged items again and it will remove them once corrected. Again, this split payments issue health check report is just flagging for you where there was a miscommunication on a split payment between CareHD and Fortis. If you are seeing this happen a lot, please reach out to CareHD support so that we can further troubleshoot this.